How's it going, guys? Roguestay here, bringing you another video. And today I am talking to you about Don. The Don is back and I am buzzing for this. So with the release of Black and White, I have been looking at the Zekrom and the Eels and being like, Miraidon is back. So I am absolutely buzzing for that. I have been a Miraidon fan since the card released. I've seen the potential in this deck for so long, and having it back makes me so happy. But once again, my list is a wee bit spicy. Now, the list I am playing is, well, it is a brainchild I came up with, sitting there tinkering around. So we're running 2 Miraidon, 2 Iron Hands, you know, the generic stuff, 4 generators, everything you expect to see in a Miraidon list. Now, my little spicy text for this list are the Academy at Night Stadium. The Academy at Night Stadium allows me to put a card on top of my deck, and funny enough, Generator looks at the top 5 cards in my deck. Now, if you are able to put the energy on top, you can generate and guarantee at least 1 energy. Now, this sort of turns your deck into like a guaranteed free energy a turn, as long as you have an Electric out. What? Electric Dynamo thing. Well, I always forget what the name of the eel is. So you have the 1 guaranteed off generator, you have 1 from the discard, you always have an energy in hand because, well, it's Miraidon. When don't you have energy in hand? So it doesn't enough a guarantee 3 energy each turn. 4 energy if you hit the double energy off generator, and I swear to God, I swear, 9 times out of 10, if you put an energy on top of your deck, the next card is always energy. As I've discovered a lot of the time, a little spoiler warning, in this tournament, I was able to hit 5 energy off a generator. I kind of wish I made a deal with my opponent to say, if I hit 5 energy, can I play them all? As a running joke. I always have. If I hit 5 energy, I just want to attach them all because, well, why wouldn't you? So I end up just picking 2 of my favorites. Yeah, and the other tech I have in this list is the Tapu Koko with the paralyzation. Now, paralysis is kind of broken in the current format because not many people are running switch outs. Yes, people are running turbo. People are running switch, but not many decks are relying on the switch out, to the point I've tested this against a Garchomp, what you think would be a bad matchup, but being able to take like the first 2 prizes with Iron Hands, they take the knockout back, then being able to paralyze the Garchomp with 120 damage as well, stacked on top, you sort of like make it so it's not an issue, and then you can just swing with like your Miraidon and just keep the pressure on. So paralyzing is really kind of broken in the current format, and I do feel like it's slept on, especially since it's 2 energy. It's so low to the ground where if you miss that big attack with your Zekrom or something, you can just set up the follow through attacks with the Tapu Koko and then come in with one of your other attackers, what you can set up the turn after. So there is a lot to it. Also, I am not playing Prime Catcher currently in the list. I'm playing Unfair Stamp because I find Unfair Stamp is more devastating in an aggro deck as a potential to stop your opponent from doing something over Prime Catcher. But once again, these cards are very like, you know, it's up to you which ones you play. But anyway, that's enough of my rambling about this absolute monster of a list. This is in the description as always, so if you do like it, feel free to copy and play it. It's up to you. But anyway, let's talk about my matchups. So first game, we went against our friend Charlie. I know he's a watcher of the channel, so hi Charlie. We end up playing a mirror. So game 1, I bricked up quite bad and had to play very risky into a line what I saw with the Zeraora, where I could have potentially sniped the bench Pokemon to have game, but then that wasn't really happening. So we end up losing that game. Charlie absolutely demolished me with a nice boss and clean knockout. What happens? So then I got to go second. And this time my deck just went way off to the races, and we played around a lot and set up a lot of extra sort of being able to amp twice for 3 prizes. What is absolutely gorgeous. So I was able to take 6 prizes without amping very muches in back-to-back attacks, using the Tapu Koko to actually paralyze to sort of guarantee us this game 2. Then we hit game 3, and it was just basically a case of, are we both able to set up? If we are, this is a tie. So we finished the round. It was a tie. What I'm more than happy with when there's some Miraidon mirror. It would have been cool if we could have played it out, but I do feel like it would have been a very back and forth game. As always, Charlie, thank you for the games. You are a great little competitor, so thank you for coming along. And we start the day off with a tie. Game 2, we went against like this really weird like Blaziken thing. I don't even know what to call it. So game 1, they sort of got the Frost Lasses out. They're pinging damage to my bench, and I'm sitting there thinking, okay, as long as we keep on Iron Hands in here, we should be okay. But then out of nowhere, I wasn't expecting the absolute demolishment of my board for like a 4-price turn. So they end up going into a Blaziken from Destined Rivals, I think it is, or is it from Journey Together? I'm not too sure. I think it's Journey Together, where it does 120 to the active, and then bench snipes 120. I did not know this card was a thing, and it completely destroyed me. So from there, we, shuffle up and we choose good second again. This time we kind of hit the nuts. We perform everything we need to, and we start amping very quickly, and we win that game pretty comfortably. Then we go into game 3. Now game 3 was a very tight one. We didn't have much time left on the clock, so I really had to play at a higher pace of play. You'll probably notice it in the gameplay. It is me moving like an absolute blur. So from there, I was able to take 2 prizes of the Iron Hands just before time was called. And since we play turns +1 to basically prepare ourselves for Afterworlds at our locals, I had 1 turn to win with 2 prizes. So all I had to find was boss. I was sitting there thinking, I'm going to get Iono here. The Iono never came, and I was able to have boss in hand. So it was a case of, okay, we set up boss, win for game. Yeah, it was a bit tight. It was close to the wire for the game. We end up finishing that game with a win, and we are now 101. I am the king of ties currently at our locals. So game 3, I want to say I went against Stool, but I know it will be doing a dishonor to the deck. So we were against Control, Spider's Control to be precise. So yeah, game 1, I basically just only ever attacked with Tapu Koko and Fezandipiti. 2 Pokemon I was never expecting to be attacking with ever. So game 1, we just sort of poked 30 damage, then kept hitting numbers and was able to basically go past the stall aspect and the control aspect of the deck. Game 2, a bit more of the same, but this time I was able to set up all lightning Pokemon as attackers, so I didn't have to worry about having potential annoying bench sitting Pokemon. But this time Spidops came out and was swinging bloody hard. So we was able to take a couple of ramps to get some prizes. Then we end up finishing on a Zekrom turn, where we were able to set up Zekrom, retreat using Latias, and taking game that way with Zekrom swinging 330 damage for 3 energy. What is absolutely broken. Having a Charizard style card on a basic is absolutely madness to me, especially when we're in acceleration. What we do currently in this deck, so we are sitting pretty at 201, and we're heading into the finals now. Final round, me versus so we're against Gordengo. Game 1, I was able to set up a perfect opening board. Was able to take like the first 2 prizes with an Ampy very much, and basically was set up where they're drawing, but we were controlling the pace of the game. So from there, it was a case of they scooped. We went game 2. Game 2, I bricked up Suffolk Chronic and I got absolutely demolished. So we scooped it up and went to Game 3. So we had a lot more time to play around, figure out what we wanted to do. So Game 3, I was able to try and perform the plan I needed to do, and I got the Tapu Koko Paralyze play in. But the trouble from there was they played Switch, what they teched in legit the night before. What I wasn't expecting to see in a Golden Go list at all. I was expecting a Turo maybe, but if they do that, then they're not using other cards. So sadly, we end up losing this game. So we end up finishing the night on 2-1-1. What is not a bad record, but we end up getting 4th place in our league. Yeah, so really happy. Once again, if you guys are in the Great Yarmouth area on a Thursday, come visit the vault. 6:30 p.m, $6.99, great prize, and everyone there is so friendly. Pretty chill vibes, you know. So come on down to the vault. We are trying to build it into the best locals we can. Yeah, that was absolutely dope. So we end up finishing 4th place. Can't complain. Miraidon's back, baby. Let's go! But for now, I'll catch all you fine ass beautiful people later. Peace out, guys. Bye.